Good morning. My name is Darla Nelson, and I wanted to share the effects of stress on the body and why it's so important for us to learn to curb our stress, to deal with our stress, and the effects of stress on the body and why it's just so alarming what it actually does. Did you know that over 80% of people that end up at the doctors or in the ER are there because of stress, the underlying stress. So maybe they go into the hospital thinking that something is terribly wrong with them. They're having indigestion, maybe they're having high blood pressure, maybe their cholesterol levels are high, all the things. And so they end up, and the underlying reason that they're experiencing what they're experiencing is stress. I know people that have gone to the doctors, to the ER multiple times. They think they're having a heart attack, and the underlying cause is stress. So let's talk about some of the effects of stress on the body. Did you know that stress increases your cortisol production? And that is associated with weight gain, especially in the stomach area, which a lot of people have, right? And it's the inability to lose weight or gain muscle. And you also have premature aging when you're living in a state of stress. Another thing is decreased gut flora. Healthy intestinal bacteria is destroyed by stress, which can lead to immune problems, skin disorders, nutrient deficiencies, and digestive distress. This is a big one. When we're stressed, we live in a state of decrease in our sex hormones. That means lower sex drive, lower energy, decreased muscle mass. There's also an increase in inflammation, the basis of many significant ailments, including brain and heart disease. When people are living in a state of stress, their whole body is influenced by it. They aren't able to lose weight because they're holding it in. I've had clients that have come to me and they've lost weight and then they reach a point of plateau and they're not able to lose anymore. And it's because they have to work on the inner things that are going on in their life, the emotions. It's so key to address that. And so I wanted to share one of my favorite books. It's called When the Body Says No, and it's by Dr. Gabor Mate. And he says in here, modern research is confirming the age-old wisdom that emotions are inseparable from our health and our physiological sense. Repressed emotions bring on stress that leads to disease. When we live in a state of stress, all of our body is affected. And the long-term effects are more health issues. So what do we do about it? What I love to do is I love to help my clients really look at their emotions, look at the negative state that they're holding on to, anything that they're holding on to that's maybe keeping them from letting go. I help them to think more positively. I help them to talk to themselves more differently, and it helps them to release the stress, to have gratitude in every day, to look at life differently, to wake up with gratitude instead of waking up with a feeling of doom and gloom, right? It's so important how we address life. There's a lot going on in life right now, and yet we get to choose our response to life. And when we choose that, we can live in a state where we're not always living in this high stress. So that is what I have to share with you today. If you want to talk more about this, please do reach out to me. I'm going to put my link in the comment section. If you want to grab a talk with me for 20 minutes, let's do it. Let's get that scheduled and let's talk about how we can help you feel better by addressing the stress that is going on in your life. Okay? Happy day.